It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Mayegun don't come, my people make we shout, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun diary politico, Mayegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Mayegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Mayegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Mayegun don't come, my people make we shout, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun diary politico, Mayegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Mayegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Mayegun don't come, my people make you shout, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me. Good evening to you, good morning to you, and then a good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary, àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làwa mọ̀.
So people will say, no light, no job, no fuel. Now people are saying, no Naira, all under APC. Egbekegbe, that is expected the same Nigerians, right, to elect them again next month. Something you've never seen before.
Lórí Facebook, and yes, lórí YouTube, and yes,
Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Mayegun today, yes, we will start in a minute. A lot of us have actually been reacting a bit differently when Kolu reacted to the scarcity of fuel and the scarcity of new Naira notes. A lot of people were like, what's his own problem? Because he will probably never have to queue for fuel and would never have to like queue for new Naira notes. What could be the issue? Why is he raising alarm? Why is he more concerned now? And a lot of people have said a lot of things as well of why he's speaking up. However, I've got my own theory too, which you can go out there and then prove or disprove. However, we know that the changing of Naira was a particular move of Buhari to tame the likes of Tinubu and other money bags. As ironical as this may sound, I'll tell you more. Almost 100 days ago, right, Emefiole came out and said they were changing Naira. We didn't know that they were just recoloring it. But he did say why they had to do it before the 2023 elections. He said it. He said that as a central bank of Nigeria, they are printed so amount of money, and tracking those money, they figured out that 2.7 trillion of that money is not in circulation in Nigeria. This money is in the hands of private individuals, mostly politicians. So they came up with their policy on we are changing the money. And you need to change all of your own notes as well. God knows, 2.7 trillion is a lot of money. You know that? That's some heavy lifting of paper Naira. What do they call them? 2.7 trillion. And that is why, before now, we were hearing that their 2023 election is going to be for the highest bidder this time around, since the Ezego of Bodilon is also running. They might have to like buy a single election for up to 50,000 Naira. But timing is a factor too. If Emefiole is changing all the money, they will need to bring all this out, or they will need to disburse them. Now, it seems that to disburse 2.7 trillion Naira cash by politicians in Nigeria is even like impossible. So, few days ago, Kolu raised the alarm like, although there is a deliberate attempt that we can see, right, even by the banks themselves, refusing to give you new notes. All of this, I believe, are all the handiwork of Buhari, Emefiole. And is this speak out today? A few days ago, Kolu came out and he raised the alarm that he knew that they were only keeping all those new notes away so that people like him wouldn't have access to them. They are hoarding fuel, the one that you have been suffering from for, I don't know, a year. The last 3 months has been the hell, hasn't it? So, why is he raising alarm? Who is the Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria? Buhari. If there is no petrol in Nigeria, if you are buying at very exorbitant prices, who should you talk to? PDP, Labour Party, AAC, or who should you speak to other than the party in power, whose president is also the Minister of Petroleum? But the coward Tinubu couldn't mention Buhari's name. But nevertheless, the message got to Buhari, and they got it. It's not hard. So they didn't respond. A day, 2 days after that, they had to drag him to Daura to go and apologize to Buhari. It was after that meeting in Daura yesterday that Buhari now speak today. You know what he said? He said, well, I'm sorry, Nigerians, that you have to please endure this. This policy, there is no going back on it. We are not changing it. By 31st of January, if you still have any old note with you, just count it as a collateral damage and keep it as a souvenir. As much as it's going to be painful to some of you, you know something. A lot of these money bag criminals, they are also going to lose hundreds of billions of the same stolen money that are already prepared to flood your 2023 Charade, to further destroy your country. Yeah, you have so much money now that you also have so much hunger. Inflation, hyperinflation, it will be worse. According to Emefiolu, if this will start bringing this dirty money out in bags, drug dealers, money changers, dupers, manipulators and the rest of them, murderers, kidnappers, terrorists, they will be able to use all this money that they have collected either as ransom or as the one they actually looted from the government houses across Nigeria. Then they can give the power back to the criminals, according to Emefiole. So that's their own way. Their last shot of trying, in their way of saving you, the Nigerians. But the theory is this. The likes of Kolu wouldn't have any problem with cash, of course. But if they are target, as he believes that he is a target, of course he's going to have a problem, a big one. Now, Buhari came out and said, we put this policy together to target corrupt people, money launderers, and then kidnappers, thieves, according to him. So if there is anybody that is hungry about it, well, we are sorry. You would have to find another means. So when Kolu got to Zamfara today, he continued his clownish and his clownery, trying to now put this blame on somebody else. But guess what? Behind the scene, the Hallelujah boys, the Lagos Sabobakus, they are doing everything in this last few hours to force the hand of Emefiole. But guess what? They threatened him with DSS. It seems not to be working anymore. They've threatened him with Bajabia Mule in the National Assembly. That seems not to be working as well, right? They have used the media, propaganda, the rest of that to kick him, but it seems not to be working as well, because the man that will actually tell them to postpone it or extend it for the sake of these people, right, is telling them when they met that, no, there's nothing we can do about that. What about the petrol? I don't know anything about that. Because for those who know Buhari very well, you will tell he's a selfish person. He has always been selfish. The people that are defending him, or speaking out for him every now and then, or try to speak out for him, they are also selfish people, because behind this whole charade, behind this whole lie, is the regret, the apprehension, the fear of what will be their fate after investing this much. Buhari is selfish. He doesn't give any damn. When he needed power, he used all tricks. They didn't work until he met the other desperado criminals. Yeah? And immediately he got what he wanted. The rest of them can go to hell. APC is a ragtag or a group of thugs. A group of mismatched, misplaced thugs. Hustlers. There is nothing that you can hold them on. You can't hold them at anything and say, okay, APC said this and they did it. Or APC said something. Okay, they didn't do it. Let's hold them responsible. They are a bunch of irresponsible, because they are just like a groupie of hustlers, criminals, thugs, chancers, opportunists. And at the top of that pyramid, a APC, Egbekegbe lies, or seats. Buhari, the most selfish person you could ever see. The northern Nigeria, they took it like their life depended on it. This bunch of rogue, selfish politicians from northern Nigeria, desperados, terrorists, and terrorist sympathizers, they moved terror onto their own people. They terrorized their own people just because they want to traumatize Nigeria for power. And the man that got it almost, well, completely abandoned them. He told them, I will fight from the, I will lead from the, I will lead from the front. But yet, they couldn't find him. While they are being kidnapped, while they are being chased out of their homes and everywhere, right? Majority of these criminals speaking out for them, holding Nigeria down because they are from northern Nigeria. Some of them can't even go back to where they come from anymore. They live permanently in Abuja, and they are representing the people that are living in the refugee camps in northern Nigeria. But where is Buhari? A selfish man. Very selfish to the point that he is more concerned about the terrorists that killed the people in northern Nigeria and across Nigeria. And they said that if you dare call them terrorists, if you dare mention their names as a Fulani terrorist, then you are committing a crime against Nigeria that right before your eyes, right, you'll be going to jail and you'll see the terrorist walking out of rehabilitation camp with money. Tell me other selfishness that you can describe. His own political party is complete disarray. You get that? They backtracked on every promise that they made on his behalf. The one he made, the one they made on his behalf. He will tell you, I didn't know. What about so? I don't know. I didn't know. I'm not aware. He's never aware because he's an irresponsible person, a selfish person. Same with those who are defending him. Selfish because they are mostly doing so because of what they expect to be given, the reward they expect to get back. They call that loyalty. They don't have anything to do with Nigeria. Look at all of them. If you love something, this is the way they treat Nigeria? Is the way they have treated and managed Nigeria? Is that the way you treat something you love? Is that how you treat something you like? They don't have any goddamn feeling for anything Nigeria but themselves. And that is why in 2019, when he wanted a second term, they put up a bogus reconciliation. They lived a lie, rigged themselves in, all because they were waiting for a reward time, a payback time. But now, that payback time that Tinubu probably was bragging about is no longer being, the green light is no longer being seen. When it was Buhari's time, there was no reason to change Naira, Abi. But when it is Tinubu's time, they decided to change Naira. Can you see the difference? But they will continue to lie to themselves, hoping that maybe what they are thinking, maybe Buhari will switch side. Maybe Buhari is, you know what I mean? I'm not asking you to believe any of their drama. I'm just trying to show to you the characters that have contributed to whatever you are experiencing in Nigeria today. And the same way they are trying to deflect their blame as irresponsible people. Even at the face of these ruins, they still can't be honest and straightforward. And I don't know how much of you actually really believe them for what it is. So Tinubu knows that he is not getting that same expected, what do you call it? Incumbency support. You know that Buhari is barely appearing at his rallies. Most of the people working with Buhari are barely appearing with Tinubu. He's running it on his own. He could sense that he's being sabotaged. He could sense now that what they have done to Nigerians for 7 years, that they gave no damn. Selfishly, now they want to drive on that and say, well, don't blame us. Blame the people who have no chance of either increasing your fuel or hiding them, or power to change your money and the rest. So Emefiele stayed away. He went to London to go and stay with Buhari's cousin. trying to figure out that they won't embarrass him, because the plan then was, Buhari, a demented Buhari himself, yeah? One thing is this, okay? The only thing that Buhari think about Buhari, the only thing and the only person that Buhari think about is Buhari. If you don't know that yet, you are still lying to yourselves. Anybody can be sacrificed. And in this case, when the plot to disgrace Emefiele was hatched, it was outside Nigeria. The plan then was, he was going to be arrested from the airport. They are going to handcuff him. The media are going to take his picture. So they're going to bundle him into the car by DSS and they will take him straight in. And the breaking news will be Emefiele arrested for terrorism, money laundering, and corruption. That's all they needed. Because immediately after that, it would never remain the same again. You know what? DSS will now release him. Sure you get. And I will say, oh, everything is fine. But you see, the day after that incident, right? It will not remain him. So it's either he's going to have to just comply with everything they have told him, even as Buhari is the one telling him to do what he is doing. Sure you get. So they can just shortchange him that way, that even Buhari won't be able to help him anymore. That's how dangerous Tinubu is and his gang. And those who are around Buhari also knows that. So the war between them, that these cowards are making it like a cold war, not a public one, is this. So once they arrest him that way, it will automatically, right, extend the date for the, for the exchange of the Naira and all of that, beyond the election date, beyond every time. I mean, after that, it's just going to resign. It will just be like, after consulting with my family and everything, I'm resigning. So it will resign. So around that time, they will just give anyhow name to, to Buhari to pass to their National Assembly. Whatever happened after that, Emefiele will be gone. And this deadline will be extended. And the job is done. They can move on to any other person they feel like is trying to sabotage Tinubu in APC. Nobody is sabotaging Tinubu outside the APC. I've told you. If APC is going to be disgraced in February next month, listen to me very well, okay? It's not because I'm trying to underrate you, especially some of you are really so determined to deal with them. Sure you get. If APC is going to be disgraced in February, sure you get, it's going to be because APC have destroyed APC from within, and they've done the job for the rest of you like halfway. So when Emefiele heard the plot, it was supposed to return back to Nigeria before, it was supposed to return back to Nigeria around the 17th or 18th of December. Emefiele stayed away. Instead of going to Nigeria from America, he went for another summit somewhere in Asia. After that, he returned back to London. And they were waiting for him in Nigeria. So until when the coast was clear, when Emefiele will land in Nigeria in 2023, this January, it was the presidency that came to pick Emefiele from airport. That was how Emefiele was able to access his office. You know what I mean? And when Buhari was going to Senegal a few days ago, he took him with him. So yesterday, Tinubu went to meet Buhari. See, at least if he knows that, number one, APC is deliberately getting you more and more frustrated, hungry. And I believe it's deliberate. And for those who know, except they use their power of rigging and everything, APC have no chance anywhere, for real. And Tinubu knows that. Now look at it this way. If Buhari is not going to guarantee the military and the police for Tinubu on the election, their job is to make sure that nobody disturb their thugs anywhere. You know the drill now. And then those who are going to be moving money all over Nigeria, they don't need money from any bank anymore. They have the money. But if Emefiole plan goes high, all the money will be useless. God knows how many hundreds of billions of naira. Let me tell you something. They said in their plot, listen to me, if they extend this their deadline beyond 31st and beyond the election day that they are planning, the plot of Tifnumbu that he told the Afenifere, yes, Adebanjo said, listen, I know there is a lot of people who don't like APC anymore. Of course. But money will take care of that. And I was, it's not about money. It's not always about money. It was like, well, wherever money cannot do, more money will do it. That with the plan that he has, it doesn't need anybody's help, anybody's support other than just the normal, it doesn't financial support. It doesn't need anybody's financial support. He has all it needs to get what he wants. In Nigeria, they have 198,000 polling units. Sure, you get. Those are the places where they would do the election. 198,000 polling units. With Tifnumbu, they don't need all of the units. In their bracket and in their plan, with just 25 states and Abuja, sure you get, then the rigging machine can go to work. They are fine. Guess how much they are budgeting for each unit across Nigeria for 2023? If this Emefiole plan, if it fails, and the Tifnumbu's gang, they are able to push it through, this is their lifeline. This is what will determine their election. No matter what you are facing and suffering right now, that if Buhari is making you suffer right now, this is their plan. Imagine each polling unit receiving 10 million naira to buy voters. And you are targeting over 100,000 polling units. Start putting all the zeros behind each other. Then you see the billions and the hundreds of billions that they are actually ready to spend. It's nothing. They have it. 2.7 trillion naira cash that Central Bank of Nigeria printed is missing. They can't trace them. They can't find them anywhere. Sure you get. And they believe that 80% of their money is in the hands of those who are ready to continue the war of terror in Nigeria. Well, in this case, it seems that terrorists are trying to prevent looters. But what all of you should know is that if Tinubu have all this money, why is he interested in becoming president? Very, very, very serious question. Very important question. The answer is this. There is no thief in the current democratic dispensation in Nigeria in the last 23 years. Shall you hear me now? That is as big as Tifnumbu. Let me rephrase that. Since democracy started in 1999, there is no thief from that moment to this day, federal or state or local or anywhere, including those they have given oil block and the rest of them, no living thief is as rich as Tifnumbu. No, none. Now, there is only one thing that remains. Tifnumbu was able to get his own dynasty of thievery institutionalized in Lagos. And as much as this has been in place for over 23 years, somebody can wake up tomorrow. Are you hearing me? And they can take all of that away with just one single stroke of legislation. Yeah, one single legislation can take all of that away. Everything that Tinubu have taken from the people of Lagos all his life. But if he is able to become former president of Nigeria, that is a different level of thievery. It's a different level entirely. There are some things, there's some level to these things that once you get to that stage, you don't touch them. Baba, we are alive now. When Obasanjo turned Operation Feed the Nation, OFN, and he turned it to Obasanjo Farm Nigeria. You dey read them, you don't feel do anything. All the OFN land in Benue, all the OFN land in Niger, in Sokoto, in all this Niger Delta area, everywhere across Yoruba land. With one single thing, I say, you know what I mean? It became OFN, Obasanjo Farms Nigeria. You know it, I know it, but nobody can touch it, could touch any of them. That's some level of criminality that once you cross it, even if they are taking things from you, they can never take everything. Tinubu needs immunity, lifetime immunity, even when he's dead. Did you not hear Abacha's wife? You were reading about Abacha's money, Abacha's loot, Abacha's this, Abacha's that, but it never ends. Abacha family, they give money to politicians to run for office, to be governors in northern Nigeria. Haven't they tell? I mean, have you not heard that? That's how much the thieves that succeeded Abacha have to protect some level of asset of Abacha, which are actually like your own asset. So once Tinubu becomes president of Nigeria, everything he took from Lagos becomes the Tinubu's family's for life. You don't touch them. You get what I mean? So he's not doing this because he wants money. Nah. Somebody who wants to spend over ₦1 trillion for an election. And you think it's actually, I mean, it's because he wants money? A demented sick man wants money? No. He needs that protection. He needs that immunity that even if, to be able to go to wherever he wants all over the world. And he won't have to be looking behind his shoulder. You get what I mean? He needed that protection. And he will kill everybody for it if he has to. You get what I mean? He will lie. He will be a coward. He will do everything. And the Hallelujah boys, they would do anything as well for whatever reward this is going to bring to them. Let me take you to Osun quickly. You heard about that Osun Tribunal yesterday, where they said that the governor cannot be going go lo 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 buga one after they counted after they used the beavers to realize that there were more voters and all of that. So the man himself responded in his own word, just a few minutes.
My good people of Osun State, we have all heard the split judgment of the governorship election tribunal. Two members of the tribunal delivered two opposing judgments. The chairman and the member 1. The member 2 did not deliver any judgment. She abstained. The chairman's judgment affirmed the claim of overvoting, while the member 1's judgment agreed with our position as captured by the beavers machine as the primary source of accreditation, data of true accreditation on the day of the election. The reality of my election as the governor of Osun State is captured in the member 1's judgment. The claim of overvoting in the chairman's judgment was unfounded. This was clearly a miscarriage of justice. I repeat, this was clearly a miscarriage of justice. Based on the above, there was no majority judgment. I repeat, based on the above, there was no majority judgment. My good people of Osun State, I am still your governor. I have the right of appeal on the chairman's judgment, and I have instructed my lawyers accordingly. You gave me your mandate. Our election remains valid, and by the grace of God, we will triumph at last. I call on you all to remain calm and go about your normal activities peacefully. Please Please remain law-abiding. We have strong faith in God and in our judiciary. God bless you all. God bless Osun State. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you all.
Governor Jackson Adeleke of Osun. Imagine a tribunal, in their judgment, writing that you as a governor doing this, is not allowed. You cannot be going lo, you go lo, buga awon. You go lo, buga awon. No. They wrote it in the judgment that so this second appellant, second defendant, you cannot be going lo and buga because you did not win the election. Thereby, they should withdraw your certificate. But in Osun today, I have to add that too, okay? This is what happened. The people of Osun themselves, they feel like, hey, they don't cheat us, so they don't rob us, so this is what we will do ourselves, so we voted, though. Again, Osun.
Fún àpẹẹrẹ adájọ́ mẹ́ta ló wà adájọ́ kan support pé result tó wà nínú Bivas àti from ECA ó correspond ó sọ pé òun faramọ́ léyìí tó support wa adájọ́ kejì ó kàn kí wa lásán ni àmẹ́jọ́ tó dábàá yìí kò sọ pé òun support òun òun against àti àmà wa sọ pé Adémọ́lá Adélékè ń bùgá ó lólòlò ó bùgá ṣé èmi ò mọrú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn o so ó dáni lójú pé wọ́n ra ìdájọ́ náà ni ó sì dá mi lójú pé kò lè stand the test of time ó dá mi lójú pé apex court á change gbogbo wrong sí tribunal ti ṣe ó dá mi lójú pé Adémọ́lá Adélékè will remain the governor till the next 8 years. èyí táwọn Tinubu ń ṣe wọ́n kàn ń fowó ra ìdájọ́ lásán ni kò dẹ̀ lè ṣeé ṣe ẹ ti rí gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pé kò tí àwọn èèyàn lọ́rùn àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo káàkiri wọ́n ń ra ìdájọ́ torí wọ́n lè pé àwọn lè rórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti gba Ọ̀ṣun fún presidential election kò lè ṣeé ṣe òfò náà máa mú bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa tún lulẹ̀ ní. ṣé ibi tí epo ti di 500 naira per litre tí wọ́n di 45,000 naira per bag wọ́n rò pé àwọn tún lè gba Ọ̀ṣun òfò náà máa mú bẹ́ẹ̀. ṣé ó dábí lójú pé wọ́n ra ìdájọ́ náà ni ó kù ilé-ẹjọ́ méjì ohun tó wá jọni lójú ni pé àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ APC wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ná àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ń kó àdá wọ́n ń kó bọn wọ́n ń balẹ̀ jẹ́ bọ̀nà jẹ́ wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé kò ń ṣe final court ní tribunal court ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n á mọ̀fọ́ lẹ́yìn ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Bolúwadó ni pé gbogbo èèyàn jáde even ní Ìrágbìjí tí èmi ń sojú fún tí mo ti ń díje àti Ìrágbìjí àtìrẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí àwọn èèyàn aráàlú tún jáde wípé ìdájọ́ náà ìdájọ́ èké ni àwọn dìbò yan ọmọ Balógun ní sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ Nurudeen Jackson Adémọ́lá Adélékè fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nítorí pé àwọn fẹ́ bọ́ nínú ìyà àti òṣì àti ìṣẹ́ so kí ilé-ẹjọ́ wá yí padà ní gbogbo àwọn fi jáde tí ẹ bá wò látàrọ àwọn èèyàn ti jáde náà pariwo pé ìdájọ́ yìí o àwọn ò fẹ́ kí President Muhammad Buhari kó gbà wá kí ìjọba kó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àgbà pé wọ́n ra ẹjọ́ yẹn ni ohun tó bù ìburú ni pé kò wá sí òfin ní Nàìjíríà àwọn èèyàn ti ojú òfin mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ra adájọ́ yìí ni ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ìpè pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ fi Ọlọ́run ìdájọ́ òdodo á wá sí ìmúṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ.
Àlàyé mi mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. You are dealing with Kolu. You see that Kolu Tinubu when I told you not to underrate him. Even Buhari would have to use for if Buhari really want to tame him, like he said that his plot is to cut corrupt politicians that will take Nigeria to that stuff. I mean, don't buy that too, but I'm just saying, if he decide, except if he uses the normal instrument of the government to try, he can only try, to try and break Kolu from within. You have no idea. This man was given court justices in Lagos, outside Lagos, judges from Igbo land, judges from the north. He was giving them choice land, properties in Lagos as a gift. It has nothing to do with them. They will just say, Justice Chukwuemeka Chinelu. Wow, just from Ashiwaju said he's doing some things for some judges. They say they should give you 2 plots at Parkview, Ikoyi. That would be like, what did I do for Tinubu to give me 2 plots? Okay, thank you. Justice Umaru Dansadau, Shokoto. They have given him a choice land in GRA. It's in that one. It's never been to Lagos. That's the kind of person we call Luis. Now, talk about some justices, judges, and everybody that are on his payroll in Lagos. Choice land, we are talking about lands. There are those judges, they were now reselling some of them. Imagine somebody gave you land. You know ASCO, you know do anything. Nobody say you work for Amo, Tifnumbu, and they gave you land, a judge. And you've never been to Lagos. Say, okay, see, property, how much can you sell that land? They say, they want to buy the land from you, ma, for 700 million naira. 700 million. Really? Okay, tell them to pay. That is Kolu indirectly giving a judge 700 million naira without doing anything for him. So one day he go chap your door. He will knock your door and say, the Chief Justice, how are you? Oh, congratulations on your new appointment. We need your help. There is a tribunal case coming. There is this particular one coming. Ask those who know the system very well. They'll tell you. That's Kolu. Tinubu. Joke with them all. No thinker. But what he can do is not going to be through legitimate means. It is through systemic deep state. Sure you get? Some of you think Tinubu carry money. He will carry money like this and go and give people and bribe them. I'm talking about some of them will tell you, I have known Tinubu for 22 years. I have known Tinubu for 20 years. Now lie. Tinubu has reached out to them years ago. This is 2023. They may be needed this year. He has all their names. He has all their contacts. He watches most of them growing. Some of them, because they wanted to get appointed as a justice of here and there. Sure you get? Tinubu has been a help here and there. And a payback time is that if you want to fight somebody like that through the court, good luck. This guy used the same court to get so many of his lackeys to become governors in their different states. Aregbemugo became governor through court. Oshiomole became a governor through court. Ifeanyi became a governor through court. Give me more names of them that became governor through court. And they hold this big lift in their lives to Tinubu, Kolu, and the abracadabra that happened behind the scene. But because the mood of the people was that, yes, the progressive, they didn't know. It was all a plot, a long game. That's why they call him the master of long game. He's demented now. He's relying more on his money. And this time around, some of the people who have taken that pledge and allegiance to him for so long, they know he's weak, he's tired, he's sick. But he has the money. And with his money, they can always be loyal because at the end of the day, they'll get more reward for giving him what he wants. So for Tribunal in Osun, good luck to you. Ask Emefiole. When Emefiole returned to Nigeria with the protection of Buhari, he quickly told them, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all of you who are complaining. Sorry. 31st is 31st. It's not going to change. Or more. It's not changing.
He says, reports suggest that many people want the deadline to be shifted for reasons ranging from their inability to gain access to the new notes or deposit their old currencies. I must say here that unfortunately, I don't have good news for those who feel that we should shift the deadline. My apologies. The reason is because Just like the president had said on more than 2 occasions, and even to people privately, that for us 90 days, in fact, we feel is 100 days is enough for anybody who has money or the old currency to deposit it, the money in the banks. And we took every measure to ensure that all the banks were open or remain still open to receive all old currencies. 100 days, we believe, is more than adequate. We called on the banks. We said, not only are we requesting you to extend your banking hours so that you can receive old currencies, but we're also asking you to keep your doors open on Saturdays. Ladies and gentlemen, the banks did not have any reason to even keep their banking halls open on Saturdays. Neither did they see the kind of rush that they anticipated. Oh, there were normal people who came in to deposit money into the banks. And maybe in the course of time, I'll also give you details about how much had come in. So we do not see any reason to begin to talk about a shift because people could not deposit their old monies into their banks.
We are sorry. Even though it's going to be so inconveniencing for so many of you. Or you can imagine the type of high blood pressure, hypertension, and the rest going on in the life and the minds of the politicians who believe that they've figured this whole thing out. But now they have trillions of naira to either dish out to all of you, or by February, if Emefiole, they have about 72 hours to go, 3 days. So if Emefiole and Buhari insist, as they have insisted today, if they didn't change it, Baba, you may start seeing all of you who have been dreaming to see Ghana must go back with money. Abi, some of you who have been, what do you call it? Who have been dreaming that you found a bag of Ghana must go with heavy money. This may be your dream about to come true. It's just that it's going to be useless money. Sure you get. All of you where they don't give soap, give me soap, give me soap, cut me soap, cut me soap. They don't cut you soap, you're about to give up hope. In another 7 days, say, wait, now 7 days, This is just the 2nd day. My brother, in another 4-5 days, your soap will start the work, but now old currency you go to find for gutter, for truck, for everywhere. Because that's what we now take. That's why some people are now saying, thank you, Buhari. If now this one thing you won't do, Nigerians, naturally, they believe that you see all those their leaders, their criminal leaders, they can't do anything to them. Okay, some as they are, right? They hate their leaders, they love their leaders. Okay, so the way they do it is that they love their criminal leaders differently. Sure, you get. Okay, so somehow, if you meet Nigerians who hate the leaders, the other leaders, they will tell you that only God will punish them. They love to see them in pains. They love to see them lose things. Because according to them, nothing will they do to them. Now, even if you pray, even if you use, what do you call it, juju and everything on, they work. People like say, they work, Charade, Mayegun. These people are evil. But they love to see them cry. Sure, you get that they are not the only ones in agony. Sure, you get. So some people are now saying, Buhari, thank you. May you destroy all this money. These people don't destroy our life altogether. May everybody just lose. For the first time, may all of us cry together. Imagine if you have, imagine on your street where there is no road, there's no tar road, no nothing, no electricity, no nothing. All of a sudden, on the 2nd of February, you start seeing the waste bin, moving to your street. That fine house that is on your street, owned by that politician, and they start loading papers, trash money, trash, Naira, and you are looking them from front and say, all these kind of sins are sins you should look out for. Because according to Emefiole, if these guys put back just 1.5 trillion last song, even 1 trillion of that cash into Nigeria from January to February, Shebi, you think say recession, you did recession, Abi? Or more. Go on Google now and Google Venezuela. Yeah, pick up your phone. The other phone, the other one. Yeah, pick that up and Google the crash of Venezuela economy. Don't read. Just go watch some videos after this broadcast. So Emefiole knows what they are going to do. And guess what? Emefiole alone printed 22 trillion naira cash and gave it to Buhari, and they shared that in 7 years. So they've crashed the economy already. That's why some are now saying that why is it that the politicians are now saying, why is it that our own 1 trillion, a bit 2 trillion is the one that will now crash Naira? No, they are using you against Kolu, your enemy. But when the man was in Zamfara today, let me take you to Zamfara, where Kolu, after meeting Buhari yesterday, he was talking about the same thing, the fuel scarcity, the Naira scarcity. The news I have for you is this. Well, nobody has to get anything to tell you. The news I have for you is this. If you get any of your Naira right now, do your best and put them in your bank. The banks, unfortunately, this is some banks are not even like receiving your money again. If you go to POS now, and you say you want to save money, they won't collect the old Naira from you. And if you go to POS and you say you need a new Naira, you would have to pay some charges like you pay commission. If you need 1,000 Naira new note, you pay 200 Naira. So which means they'll give you 800. So if you need a 10,000 Naira new note, you pay 1,000 Naira. So if you need it, like on and on like that, you have to pay almost to get new note too. But it be like say this thing, you go suffer for the next few days. Then after that, you have to like watch the politicians go mad like you've never seen before. And I think it makes it more interesting. What is it going to be like from next month? So my advice for you is that do your best and put your money in the bank and don't do cash withdrawal. Between the buy, okay, Okada. If you need to get money for Okada and the rest, if you need to take a ride where you have to use a taxi, I think some of your taxis now uses apps. Uber app. You pay through the app, don't you? So just go cashless for a few days, and watch the Rome, burn, why Caesar snores. That's Buhari. But let's go to Zamfara, where the cowards met again, and they are always looking for who to blame. It starts with this when Kolu arrived in Zamfara today.
Jagaba shine gaba da Allah mu ne gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Bola Ahmad Tinubu. Jagaba shine gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Ashwaju. Jagaba shine gaba. Tinubu. Jagaba shine gaba. Alhaji Ahmad Tinubu. Jagaba shine gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Allah shine gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Sai mu da murna dare. Jagaba shine gaba. Ira garba ta dare. Jagaba shine gaba. Sai tulun ba a kauye gari. Jagaba shine gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Masu lema ba za gari. Jagaba shine gaba. Masu kwando za su yi bari. Jagaba shine gaba. Yan na can haka shegen gari. Jagaba shine gaba. Kullum kula. Jagaba shine gaba. Sai nan gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Ashwaju. Jagaba shine gaba. Kasar mu ta kai nufar gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Tinubu ne jagoran gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Buhari da ba ta gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Sai ko ta gaba sai gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Adeleke da bana nufar gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. Dan siyasa shine gaba. Jagaba shine gaba. APC. Jagaba shine gaba. PDP ta wunsila. Jagaba shine gaba. Masu kwando ba sa kula. Jagaba shine gaba. Yan bakin ciki jarin jila. Jagaba shine gaba. No walwala. Jagaba shine gaba. mai kwangyada. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Da na ta amana guda. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Da gaba shi ne Jagaba shi ne gaban kasa ta amana guda. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Shugaba na kasa na fada. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Gaban fati na fada. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Lahi Adamu na fada. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Koli na legal ake. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Na bayan na fada. Jagaba shi ne gaba. Da nawa fadar gwam.
Jagaba shi ne gaba. Asiwaju Jagaba shi ne gaba. Anyway, so they took him into, I believe, the government house to get him a little bit, introduced to the faces that he rode in a convoy from the airport anyway, but they still have to do it before he will eventually go out there to disgrace them, which he does so smoothly, seamlessly. But let's talk about in that Zamfara house, or Zamfara government house, where they first had a short one with Kolu before going to the stadium. Do you know that they had to pay each polling unit in Zamfara 500,000 Naira mobilization to get everybody down there? Although it is politics anyway, but the number of people they brought in didn't seem to correlate with such money. But trust me, they need to disperse these old currencies. They have just 3 days. If like a person will do money ritual, you know, when you do money ritual, and they say you must finish the money before 31st of January. Baba, if you don't finish them, you are done for. So everywhere you see Kolu right now is a moving bullion van. But again, to the government house in Zamfara before the party and the Bulabalu started.
Let's go back. Please. Let's come back, please.
Thank you. Congratulations, all of us. Honestly,
Old man. Tinubu. Yeah. You know the way your grandpa calls. I said, Dad, you remember me, sir? Of course I remember you. Are you know Kamilu? No, Kabiru, sir. Yeah, Kabiru. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the stadium where everyone is waiting, or was waiting, or we're waiting. Doesn't matter. let me save you the stretch, because we still have a long night, I have to admit. So what did he tell them in Zamfara? Of course. Listen, what did he tell them in Zamfara? This is what he told them.
Nigeria! 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 I want to be like when I said that in Rahim. This is Belai Ramani Rahim. Salam alaikum, Jaman. May Allah that give you today give you a lot of blessings. Give you plenty of blessings. Our party, you've seen the second in command, Kazim Shettima. Kazim Shettima, the number 2 vice presidential candidate. Shettima, vice presidential candidate. And we win. We will win. We will win. They try to sabotage. They try to stop. May you, God bless all of you. We will make Zamfara great, industrial development. We make Zamfara great in terms of agriculture, in terms of mining. I want to congratulate especially my brothers from Governor Mutawali to Abdulaziz Yari. To Senator Marava. So, Jamaa, you have to, especially thank for me, my dear friend, my brother, Yerima. You have to help me thank Yerima. Mahmoud Shenkabi, all of them. Sani Yerima. Shenkabi is here.
See, let me save you the trauma. Somebody said, what happened to the audio? Nothing happened to the audio. Okay? I wish I got a closer shot. Now, Kolu battery shut down for about 15, 17 seconds. You know, the last time his battery shut down was for about 11 seconds. This one was about 17 seconds. It was dear. Yerima. For 17 seconds, lost. So when it came back, that's when it started sounding again. Nothing happened to the audio, but it was really bad. So don't let me traumatize or probably make your night even worse. That one in Zamfara is worse. Did you hear him? Assalamu alaikum, Jama. God will help you. Allah will help you. Eh? That is somebody. See, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop typing. I'm talking to you. Now, that man, because of that man, that is why you have become Digbolugi on social media. That demented man. The man that is unable to make a single sentence. See, he can't make any single sentence, any sensible thing. Now, because of him, you turn to Digbolugi on social media, biting everybody, biting this one and that. If no one has told you, I am telling you, I can see it as you are looking at me now, pretending that you are listening, but nobody has told you. I'm serious. Now that man you are fighting on social media for, fighting, cursing people, calling people omoali for that thing. O kan le my team up. As in, when software to ba mo tele just, we dey because I can't see any real motivation that you can even say, okay, he's lying to me. Okay, at least I listen to the lie. I know it. It's not even making any sense. It doesn't say anything. Anyway, talking about election, like I said, the man doesn't have to say much. He believes so much in money. He's a former, what do you call it? Should I call him his former adversary? You know this guy?
These people are deceiving you. They will spend all your money and they will hit you at the back. I can assure him, anybody who does not know the politics of Nigeria will think money is everything. You have money, you use your money to influence their own victory. When it comes to your turn, they will teach you politics.
That's what they are teaching to Kolu. So it's a fight to finish. The only thing... Now, let me say this before I go to any other thing, right? Let us be honest. So, if Kolu is able to muzzle his way, get on, and his handlers ensure that he became the person that they declared the winner of your election. I want to say it here now for all of us to know. Just know that Kolu did it himself. Not any... He may pay... He's going to pay people. He knows that even if you don't want to agree, now money, you go agree later. If you are not going to take the money, they will remove you, kill you, put another person there that is ready to collect the money. It's a desperate Don. And he knows that the only people that could stop him are the likes of Buhari that can weaken him from inside, then expose him. That's what is happening now. Apart from that, so if the Kolu, for any chance, whether an open rigging or whether an open violence or anything, and that Mahmoud, INEC, open his mouth and announce him, just know that a Kolu made himself president with the money he has. No godfather, no nothing. He is ruthless. He is deadly. He is dangerous. And that's exactly what you are witnessing, right? So it doesn't have to say much. Why should he be speaking to who? When he can pay people to do all of that? But if they come shabale, I swear to God, Kolu will never recover. You know it. Politically and otherwise. Everything will crumble afterward. Everything. Like the house of power, pack of card, everything will crumble. And I just can't wait till the time that you, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Buhari idiots, the cyberbarians. I just can't wait for all of you to come back and start tearing yourselves apart and blame Buhari that all of us have exposed for years, but you defended for years. We are going to watch you tear him apart and call him selfish and other names you will likely want to call him. And here, we are just going to say, yeah, welcome to the party. That's going to be the deal. Welcome to the party. And talking about the party is about money party, right? INEC just made an announcement. Let me touch this one quickly before I go to other things, okay? INEC said that they have been receiving a sort of a foreign attacks on their system, okay? Targeting the voters register, targeting this or that. Which level now? Who are those from the foreign? They said mostly from Turkey. Shaguri brothers in here. I said, no, they say Turkey, France. I said, okay, I want the Shaguri, no. Who are the people who are the friends of the Shaguris? I won't mention names here other than Kolu. Sure, you get. So who are those tackling that? They say, well, from their findings, so they said 22 states are prone to election manipulation, rigging, voter suppression, violence, and the rest of that. 22 out of 36. Meloloku. Just know that all these areas are the areas that APC, Egbekegbe, are going to ensure that your most anticipated, much and popular beavers may not be able to survive this. But what is beavers? Somebody add this on beavers. I couldn't tell you more about it myself, but maybe this will explain it better. That's the beavers, so the most touted beavers. It doesn't use internet, is what they popularly shared, but it does use internet. One of the arguments against it is that they could manually impute figures, or internet problems in some other part of northern Nigeria may make it impossible, and all that stuff. However, following INEC officials to the polling unit and the rest of that, I think Obedience said they are going to be party agents and they are all going to become a news agent that day too, recording everything going on. They say law says you can do that. But what the law didn't say is this. The law didn't tell you about the volatility of the election itself. Law won't tell you that. But other researchers are going to tell you how much violence are being prepared and from where to where. So from the research, they said, right, only 3 states in Nigeria, here you go, would have a low election manipulation risk. And these 3 states, or 3 places, 2 states and the FCT, Abuja, are Gombe and Ondo. Okay? At a medium level, hang on, no, let's go to medium. We don't go to the red then. I have actually mixed them up. I'm going to come back with the medium level. Let me put that up. Now, this is the high risk level, the one that the law didn't tell you what you are going to need to do when you are faced with all of this. Now, look around you. They said election manipulation risk index are variables, which is to cover 22 states, right? INEC capture, talking about the machine, capturing the voters. Tampering of the voter register, where people are tampering with the voters' registers. You've got voter suppression, where thugs, touts are violently stopping people from coming out to go and vote. Resistance to the beavers and the IREF, where people will say they don't want to use beavers for any screening or anything. Yes, people have done that before in Nigeria. They will tell you, no, we don't want any, fingerprint is not working. Finger scanner, my friend, throw it away. We don't want it. Oh yeah, everybody line up. Oh yeah, start counting them. Oh yeah, start voting. Mass voting. Now look at all of this. And the areas, I don't want to be going into them one by one, okay? You can see, right? Then they said, history of election manipulation where you don't vote, people come add extra number, extra vote, extra ballot. We know they there. And you'll be wondering, what is the KKK? What are the KKK? The KKK are the 3 Cardassian states from Nigeria. Look at them on the map. The center one is Kaduna, okay? And if you look at the top of it is Kano. And then you have Katsina. If you look further left, oh, hang on, no. Don't go left. Where is Katsina? Brilliant. So, Katsina is just left of Kano, okay? You see, these three places, they are the three Kardashians in Nigeria fraudulent elections, historically. This Kaduna alone, they may give APC, 4 million votes. No invalid vote. No vote for any other person. Refugees, they vote there. You get. Second KKK is Kano. No matter the level of the poverty or whatever they are, unemployment or what have you, when they drop their KKK vote, right, it just goes in. The same thing with Katsina. Now, these are the most dangerous places that you should look out for. Election litigation. Now, after the election, after the charade, all these places, you are going to witness people going to court to disagree with the result. This is the medium one, all right? Places where, while I go day, but na medium. In this year, 2023, same thing. Sure you get. Now, that is the preparation of the INEC that they are trying as well to compromise. They've always compromised them. Why am I saying they are trying to? They're not trying to. So Atiku, I've told you about Tifnumbu. Atiku too is more concerned about the new Naira. The only person who hasn't said anything about the new Naira for the election, because I don't understand. What is the new Naira with ballot paper and election, especially where they are actually working behind the scene to get the central bank governor, sacked before the deadline, simply because he's not going to extend it for them. Why? Now INEC, they print ballot paper. I've been a Naira. Now Naira, you go take votes. On top Naira, you go some print. I don't understand. Atiku said, please extend it. Emefiele said no.
This exercise is a worldwide practice and therefore not anything new. Especially as the January 31st deadline draws closer, a great number of Nigerians, out of good conscience, have expressed apprehension about how the policy and the deadline will make life more difficult for Nigerians. The large number of unbanked population who do their businesses, especially in the rural areas, will find it almost impossible to meet up with the deadline of January 31st to exchange their old banknotes for the redesigned currencies. I'm aware of the challenges that farmers and others like artisans in remote areas of the country go through in moving cash to commercial banks for the conversion. On this note, I'm compelled to align my position with the upsurge of demands for a slight extension of the monetary conversion policy. The January 31st deadline is certainly going to cause heavy discomfort on our people, and it will be magnanimous on the part of government and the regulatory agency to ease the burden on the people in the public interest. While we can continue with sensitizing the public on the impending imperative of mobile banking policy, it is important for the CBN to consider an extension of the time that the public can convert their unbanked monies into new notes, thereby reducing.
Sorry, Atiku. Meanwhile, Emefiele, what do you think?
He says reports suggest that many people want the deadline to be shifted for reasons ranging from their inability to gain access to the new notes or deposit their old currencies. I must say here that unfortunately I don't have good news for those who feel that we should shift the deadline. My apologies. The reason is because, just like the president had said on more than 2 occasions, and even to people privately, that for us 90 days, in fact, we feel is 100 days is enough for anybody who has money or the old currency to deposit it, the money in the banks. And we took every measure to ensure that all the banks were open or remain still open to receive all old currencies. 100 days, we believe, is more than adequate. We called on the banks. We said, not only are we requesting you to extend your banking hours so that you can receive old currencies. But we're also asking you to keep your doors open on Saturdays. Ladies and gentlemen, the banks did not have any reason to even keep their banking halls open on Saturdays. Neither did they see the kind of rush that they anticipated. Oh, there were normal people who came in to deposit money into the banks. And maybe in the course of time, I'll also give you details about how much had come in. So we do not see any reason to begin to talk about a shift because people could not deposit their old monies into their banks.
Sorry, Atifku and everyone else, according to Emefiole. And if you are doubting him, right? If you're doubting him, I think I should also replay what Buhari himself said about it. Straightforward.
So this change of currency, I think there will be people a lot of money. But time has been given from October to December, 3 months. Is enough, whatever money you have, to get it changed through a legal system. So I don't know why people are complaining about it.
So despite the complaint, there's no going back on the policy?
No, there's no going back. There's no going back. My aim is to make sure that Nigerians believe that we respect them as an administration. So Nigerians should vote for whoever they like from whichever party. Nobody will be allowed to mobilize resources and thugs to intimidate people in any constituency. That's what I want to go down into Nigerian history for.
That's what I want to go down in Nigeria history for. And it seems that people feel like the APC, they feel like we need him to come together and work for us as a party and so that we can win and we can jolly for another 8 years. This man is so selfish. The guy said he should go and vote for any party that is here. If you mobilize the people for resources to go and cause problem, Somebody said that MC Olueran is already in America. No. If you see him in Atlanta, you know what that means, It simply means that, your mommy, I may not see you again, and I may see you again, but we need to go and fight for Jagaban at home. So he won't cuddle them a bit. When he get the real signal, say, is a person of interest, which he is, you go see him in Atlanta again, before the 20th of February. He will go to Atlanta again. And that time, you won't see him anywhere. That means they've told him, you're a person of interest, so they go come carry you. My brother run away now before they close border. Because Buhari is saying that they'll close border. Anybody where they want, where they look for. When you get to airport, they go arrest you. Don't take my word for it. Because like I told you before, it is all politics. Power play. And except they destroy themselves, right? Your job of trying to take them down probably is going to be one of the most accolade of all tasks you have ever faced, I would say. But do you know something? In Borno today, right? Obi and his team, they were there. Yeah, the shitty man, the terrorist sympathizers state, Borno. And they said before they got there, you see that one, that scam man, that fraud, called, what to be that his name, that governor of that Borno. The guy is governor of a state that doesn't have any local government areas. There is a governor of a state that is being controlled, that 18 local government or 20 local government of the state is in control. I mean, is under the control of terrorists. But the guy is still collecting allocation from Abuja. People ran away from their different local government areas and they ran to the state capital, right? And when the guy collect all the money from the local government, collect all of that, in his own state, he will start giving them bag of rice, bag of fufu, bag of this, mattress, and all of that. I say, oh, he's doing so wonderfully well. If you really want to know how much of criminals this guy are, I forgot it. What's his name is? What is that? His name is Zulum. Zulum. So the guy told all the transporters in the state to go on strike or just go on break, go and collect your PVC. Because I heard that infidel is coming, and that is Peter Obi. But he was still there. And as usual, I'll show you. And I'm also going to show you something. I would have taken you to Kebbi today, where Atiku and gang congregated. But the language they spoke there, I don't understand, and it's mostly Hausa. So instead of taking you to Kebbi, I'll take you to Kebbi partially. But I will rather take you to Ebonyi, where they were yesterday. What did they say there? What happened in Ebonyi? I'll show you. But I would rather let's go to Borno State, where the obedience are surprisingly existing. Would you believe that? Yeah, I think, you see, there's something about, right, about this obedient and their people, and Obi as well, that they are doing, and I want you to acknowledge them, okay? They seems to be putting some sort of, nails on some of the myth, political myth, that have been driven for years, especially down south in Nigeria. And that's exactly what the significance of some of their videos, that's what I see in them. And every time I see them, I just realize that, you may not see that, or you they see love. I'm seeing love, I'm seeing support, I'm seeing obese, this and that, which is good for you. As somebody will be saying now only 2 eyes where you get. People like us will be saying Geo like this, we get more than 2 eyes. You don't believe me. Mayegun no the bobo or Sijare, which one before eyes? I get more than 2. You won't understand because now only 2 where you get. You see that 2 eyes where you get, sometimes now only to just know enter kana. Or go face a moving train. Would you mark or you train? People like us, after we use this physical one, there's another one inside. Mayegun, Baba, Oya, Mule, Lamba. You know they believe anything. A lot of you don't believe things until you see. Now danger they see, and that danger is that some people are even with the little number. Maybe that's not so little anyway, but with the number of all those in those videos of Obi we are seeing in northern Nigeria. But that thing they send wrong, provocative signal to the bigot and the fanatics who have been feuding under the bigotry that kept Nigeria divided as much. So they are nailing all the myth. I mean, how they see as everybody they jump up, hey, Obi. And they see one Alhaji, and they see one Imam, one Sheikh that is angrily grabbing his Adit and say, where exactly, which kind of death? What can we do to this infidel? This infidel are very, very courageous. They know they fear. Some of them, they read where they go hang you. Which Adit go say me they hang you? Which blasphemy have you committed? The other day, another one was telling you that as a Muslim, it is haram to follow an infidel everywhere. What would it benefit you? Because somebody is going to some traditional places that ordinarily they don't really vote. They manipulate things. But sibe, yet upon that, reactions are following. And that's actually what I want to point out. In Borno, okay, it was going into the palace there, right? Let's go into the palace. You won't understand what they said there. Okay, don't worry yourself. Me too, I don't understand what they were saying. But just look inside for just 2 minutes.
Some people will call a lineage. He's from a family. They know him. And he said, that's him saying he knows. People without saying too much. He said, I did this explanation.
wato wani misali da ake fara fitar adalci ana cewa wato kamar muna 1% a bacin ruwa wayannan ta kusan mutuwa daga nan zuwa 25 February idan ba da abin da
Hello, Akata.
sai ka samu kan
If you don't do the right thing, on February 25th, Nigeria needs a new bloodline, new blood, people that can work, people that fight for Nigeria. So he's talking about also about the fact that when he was in National Assembly, he did his own. He said of 18 political parties, the three that remain top in, they've not been just in the way that they have done this thing. They've not looked at the history of Nigeria. That is only one party that has done equity, justice, fairness of this country, and that party is Labour Party. So just to put in context, you see, for example, APC, you have Muslim ticket. PDP, you have a northern man running again as president after a northern Muslim has told 8 years in office. There's no justice there. We now have a Muslim handing over to a Muslim, there's no justice. Muslim ticket, there's no justice. But they, Labour Party, they've done that justice.
Saboda mun kasa bin gaskiya ɗan Najeriya zai ga maka gaskiya
àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Yeah, that's the dirty. Obi's deputy are speaking or addressing the Shehu of Borno. Shehu Borno. I mean, let's go to where he also had a meeting with the youths, the young people. I mean, this guy will go into a place, right? Right? He will meet with the youth, he will meet with women, then he will go out there and meet the other people. That's some new stuff that Omoyele Shore introduced back then, if you remember Shore. But again, let's go to the next venue where he met with the youth. What did he tell them? What did they share? I think it was the same dirty that first spoke. I mean, take a look.
Guda kuma shi da biyar sun fada baya da ya rage saura uku cikin ukun nan shekara 24 da suka gabata Najeriya da hannunta babu abin da suka haifar sai bakin ciki talauci sata da hada jan faɗin jama'a ko ba haka ba kai ya waye ba za a sake da wani ba za su riga ya kare an jima kamar an jira da asar da zai faru rana za ta fara sauka gari zai fara sanyi ciwon sanyi ya kama jami'in da mutane an kira alkicin da zai faru haske zai fara tafiya daga gabas ya kuma na hukuma gabas haske na nuna na fitowa ranar da za ta fito sunanta Labour Party. Daga ranar da kuka ji wani kalma da ke tafiya a haka shugaban ƙasar Najeriya Peter Obi daga wannan ranar an daina
Oh, sorry, he just said that the day that they will announce Mr. Peter Obi as the president of Nigeria, that corruption will end and we begin to have security in Nigeria. And then there will be affluence and the enjoyment the moment Peter Obi is elected as president of this
country. Harkar shugabancin Najeriya kun kuma kafa adalci. Najeriya! Najeriya! Ina muku albishirin wani bawan Allah saboda kowane al'amari
You know, just reading something here that Ganduje is saying that he cannot guarantee Buhari's safety in Kano. That's what I'm just saying.
قل اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك من تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير انك على كل شيء قدير تولد الليل النهار وتخرج النهار الليل وتخرج الميت من الحي وتخرج الحي من الميت وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب قال اقول لكم Borno kunjini da jao, mutum Borno ta jiki da jao, ni fada Borno ne, na shehu da ba na yi karatu, a nan da aka yi na yi karatu, saboda haka ni na gudu, ina wani.
He said to Borno people that he's good here and that he's for them and they are for him. You know, his alma mater, he said, he went to the university.
Thank you so much.
Mama Papa Piki. Labour Party. Mama Papa. I don't want you to take offense to obedience because now smart in the vex now. Anyway, that's Borno. I missed that part where Aisha Yesufu spoke in that video where she was like, Gandola told Buhari, don't come to Kano. If you are not going to stop Emefiole, to stop this this money wahala and fuel, people of Kano are facing hardship. People of Kano are suffering. They don't even get access to Naira anymore. Allah, you know, come Kano. You know that kind of where your party where they do, they say your party where they give everything to. Eh? That party where you believe say, one day you go make us proud. Oh, you can't they give. Small time, that party can't chop up. Eh? And somehow, you don't figure any favor that you actually need anymore from that friend. And you won't come hold your side. So what do you say to you? Just like, wow, no come island, oh. Or if not island, you say, Allah, no come inland, oh. If you call, I swear, no come inland, oh. Just stay for this your island, oh. No come inland, oh. When you won't tell your dad, if you come inland, I don't be guarantee your safety, oh. Because you don't be sure per se anymore. You don't be my person. You know sure. Naira, we know they see. Me, we be saying as CEO of the mobile banking CEO, the Babariga mobile banking CEO, Gandola. Yes, he told Buhari, and that's treason. You don't tell the president of a country that he can't come somewhere for his own safety. You demand me. But he told Buhari, no come Kano. If you come Kano, I don't know what to go happen. No. Trust me. If Buhari go Kano, you go see the video online. They go boo him, stone him, do everything. Same way you know see before. Maybe like that guy we be seen a deaf and dumb. Here you get Buhari, he no send them. He no go Kano. And Kano go to Ram. Last, And somebody said that we deal with Gandola in his own way. I said, so did you about 3 days? 3 days to dispose 2.7 trillion. They have been spending this money since October, since they made that announcement. 3 days to go. We haven't even spent up to 200 billion. We never change up to 500 billion. They talk. I dare to. So let's go back to Borno, where Obi finally spoke with the young people. Then he met with women. I'm going to show you that. I'm actually thinking I should start mixing them up because we've been here all night and it's been a long night, okay? To add the spice to it, okay? I'll stop in Borno. I'll take you to Ebonyi. You know what I mean? Where Canary Dino was also on display. This time around, it wasn't falling off. To mock Tinubu was doing something worse or more hilarious. You say nothing serious. But let's go back to that Borno, where Obi addressing his obedience. in Borno, Maiduguri.
And I want us to do the better Nigeria. We're pleading with you. Do not listen to them. All PDP and APC have done in Nigeria in the past 24 years is to bring poverty. All they've done is to bring misery. All they've done is to bring insecurity. All they've done is to bring millions of out of school children. Nothing, everything that is bad to bring to Nigeria. Our children are in drugs. These are the things we want to save them from. And only us is committed to that. When we go to this campaign, hear more, but we want to hear is a listener to you. Please, you have tried them. This is time to have real change. Where we say to them, enough is enough. Go out and vote for LP. Stay there, and you'll be there when they come to your vote. And you see that a new Nigeria is possible. A Nigeria where you feel proud to say you're Nigerian. Thank you for the opportunity of this award. Opportunity of meeting people, privately. Yes, today, I visited Father Borno. Tonight in Medu, we are feeling new. It's the first time the presidential campaign is going there. That's because I believe in Nigeria. I want to come every area. You will hear and campaign when we're in the field. Thank you for the opportunity of being.
Thank you. Because I also have to go and meet some women. A new Nigeria is possible. The guy is like, I told you, he's sort of, is fully in the game now. All gloves off now. Nothing to be Mr. Nice anymore. Do you want to see what he told her, or you want to hear what he told the women in Borno? I told you we're going to be mixing it, okay? Let's go to Ebonyi. That was where Atifku and Titi Abubakar, the woman that is contesting to be the first lady, Yoruba first lady in history, as well as Atifku himself. How many of you have actually seen the video of Atifku walking? Have you actually seen Atifku walk back and forth? Have you closely? I keep reminding you. You think Kolu is the only person that looks sick or is sick? You see that Atifku? Now later you go find out. You know what they say? Buyer's remorse. Buyers beware, buyers beware. This one a damage good though. Na damage good though. Atona buy at owner's risk in you. Atifku is probably at the same sick level. No. I mean that would be too far-fetched. I don't think Atifku got Parkinson, dementia, and what have you. I know that he is unwell too. Need to share for Nigeria on the Kureo, but let's go to Ebonyi. He landed in Ebonyi in his own one of his private jet, by the way. Lucky guy. My role model, my say Atif Kuzia. Baba, money day. Anybody tell you say money no day, tell them say they don't know what they talk about. Delta State House of Assembly just approved another 100 billion naira loan for Okowa. Baba, money day. In the last 6 months or 8 months alone, Okowa has managed to invest over 100 billion naira of Delta State people's money. You know that. 200 billion naira loan invested inside Atifku's campaign. They just got a new check, a blank check, 100 billion. Baba, money day. Everybody gather, collect their own. Starting with this person. I say the person who brought the money. The man with the money bag himself. The money bag of Atifku's campaign. Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. Doctor, we never did any operation. Doctor, we no get any hospital before becoming a politician. But a doctor that could mismanage almost 300 billion of the money of the people from a small state, oil-rich state. God, you will call it a cost. It's not a cost. This is how they spend your money. Let's go to Ebonyi again.
That the only 7 days I can win Obodo Nigeria to PDP. Oko PDP with the right vote I got by any mayor. But I need move on to Gondama. PDP na phone on to Gondama. But I need move on to Gondama. PDP na phone on to Gondama. I'm looking mother. I'm Marataya Atiku Abubakar. Of 1 year experience. Yasu for the weekend, Social Bodo Nigeria, got the 1 month. I'm an NDPC. Ekuchegai, Legion of Nigeria. That Atiku, 1 year weekend rescue Nigeria for Eba Nokita. And I don't know, kind of so weekend. Defending a way down na February 25th, 2023, just a month from my day. PDP was the only party the weekend top time nation of in the APC to Charade, and one party of the weekend may power. Labour Party cannot, NNPP cannot, and APC cannot. All sorts of PDP the weekend website nation of the INEC. Yoruna Union Back from house to house. Name campaign. Now you're finding mother. My crying mirror deceit. Keeping the way up, man. PDP can get so. PDP can get so. PDP can get so.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give the next vice president a round of applause? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I was told that as we are having this rally, APC fixed their rally, they are gathering for today, thinking we will not be able to get that crowd because they are just 2 miles away from us. But even the governor and others are meeting. Yes, this stadium is filled beyond capacity. I want to say to the Almighty God, Chineke ma eke Chineke ma Chineke Before we bring our national chairman in Ebony, we have every reason to thank God. We have every reason to praise God because we are taking over our party. So the national chairman is a man of God. What he is saying before he will speak to you is, what a mighty God we are. Hallelujah. What a mighty God we are. Hallelujah. Angels bow before him. What a mighty God we are. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring to the microphone the irremovable national chairman of PDP, the former president of Nigeria.
Canary Dino. That's Canary Dino. And if you feel like, oh, it's so irritating. I mean, his voice is so, Baba, you need to calm down, oh. Yeah, you, calm down. When you listen to clowns, they are meant to make you laugh or annoy you. Or if you let any of those actually get to you to mean something to you, Baba, you need to look after yourself, oh. Canary Dino is just a court jester. The man that will be there to entertain Atiku when he become your president. When you elect, you know, that's something that, by the way, you elect criminals and then you have a cartel government. You elect clowns. Sure you get, you elect clowns, then you should expect a circus show. It's so simple. Now only for Nigeria, now they elected criminals, then can't they expect them to perform magic as good people? Eh? You don't see where what do they call them? UBA staff. They go draw salary from First Bank salary staff account before. You know they happen. Now waiting you plant, you go withdraw. Now just they pretend say you don't know what you know they plant. That's Canary Dino for you. He's just there as a jester, the court jester. Entertain the crown, entertain the power, and then make a joke of all of your trouble as a people. That is what he is, and he's doing it well. In a bonny, thieves gathering, thieves, shameless people who feels like I should be in Nigeria. Anything where you hear about us, go and read about other people too. They talk about other people too. You just say I'm bad. Do you think I'm bad? Go and check other people. They are worse. You have not met my other people, Abi. You just say me I'm bad. That's the kind of characters that are parading your space. Obedient, we disagree. That's why I'm going to take you back to Borno before we come back to Ebonyi again. Obi was meeting with women. Right there, after meeting with the youth and the students in Maiduguri today. I'll share that with you. Look at that.
We had earlier on was the one with students. So there's a specific one for women, and that's where we are right now. Thank you.
Meanwhile, there's one thing, right? If you are watching us, if you are watching me right now on YouTube, you will see over 1,700 people. At a point, it was nearly 2,000 people, but they are down now to about 1,700, 1,800. But every now and then, I will still have to like remind all of you that if you are so comfortable that you are enjoying this so much for the past hour, whether you joined us in the last 2 hours or the last hour, do you know that we've been here for like 2 hours, 2 straight hours? And only just about 300 of you could actually say, wow, I actually enjoyed this. This is so educating. This is so entertaining. And this is so mind and eye-opening. All of those things you probably have typed already in the comments. All you need is just to stop by, leave that chat, and just like the video. I mean, I do that to remind people all the time. People said that I shouldn't even have to remind you. But it's so shocking when you look around and be like, oh, what's going on? Let's go back to Borno.
We had earlier on was the one with students. So there's a specific one for women, and that's where we are right now. Thank you.
If they tell them it's your turn, tell them it's not their turn. It's your turn to take back your country.
You know, that's what I was just thinking about. I think one of the things I will do is I will get a flex banner and be going around with it. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one there. There's one there. We'll use it.
A Nigerian man is proud to say, I'm a Nigerian. A Nigerian is proud to be secure. A Nigerian where, for this state, is become what it used to be. A peaceful state where people Nigerians come to live in harmony. It's one of the most melting states of Nigeria, where everybody lives in harmony. That is what we want to bring back in Borno State. Vote for us. You voted for umbrella. It was leaking. I brought hunger. You voted for food. Keep the poverty. Vote for human beings now. So they can be alive.
I told you, it's completely right out of the box. Few weeks before this whole thing will come to an abrupt end. You're not going to leave any weapon in the ass. I mean, in your sack. You have to bring them out. You voted for PD umbrella, a leak. You voted for broom, they sweep you into poverty. This time around, vote for Mama Papa Pikin is beautiful line, so that I can take you from consumption to production. Hey! He keeps saying that everywhere, and they keep liking it. It's not bala bulu bulu bala and all these jargons. Allah will help you. Allah will help all your children. Will you vote for me? Raise your hand if you will vote for me. I'm just saying, you know, like, man, Nigeria no get Nigeria is unlucky. I mean, look around, look at all these characters. Canary Dino is doing his own thing. Everybody is hustling to just, you know. Let's go back to Ebonyi. You know, I told you I'm going to be mixing them up, right? We'll go to Ebonyi, then we'll come back to Maiduguri, okay? Just to make sure that nothing is like one-sided in a way, okay? Let's go to Ebonyi again. Canary Dino, what is it exactly that you said that Tifku wanted to tell them, or what did he tell them in Ebonyi yesterday? Okay. Dino, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please clap for this senior advocate of Nigeria? Thank you very much. And because he's an innocent child, God will listen and hear your prayers. Amen. Please, another round of applause. Thank you very much. Now there's a massive competition for Patrick Obayagbo. He has a competitor now. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now listen to the golden voice of a young boy that was born in Jeddah, who worked and serviced this country in the public service, and is taking us out of the land of Egypt to the promised land of Canaan. Atiku Abubakar.
PDP, I don't hear you. PDP, our youth and women, I don't hear you. PDP, power to the people. Now, a protocol has already been established. So let me recognize all the protocol that has been established. The people of Ebonyi, I have been coming here before even the formation of PDP, when Governor Egu and I and Dr. Iyochia Ayu formed this great party. But I have never seen this stadium so filled as it is filled today. I want to thank you. Please clap for yourselves. Please clap for yourselves. All right. We agree. We agree. Now, you know that from the inception of our democracy, Ebonyi has continued to be PDP. And I am sure with what I have seen today, you will continue to be PDP. No be so. No be so. No be so. Now, listen. They say some people form a party called APC. It's not a party, it is an alliance. And the alliance is collapsing, and it has collapsed. You have no business voting for APC anyway. You have not voted for APC before. No be so? So, our party, your party, you see this young boy who spoke, one day he will be president. This is what we want our youth to be. We are here to bring you up, our youth and our women. We are your parents, and we are bringing you up so that you can succeed us. We are not going to be there forever. We want you to succeed us, and for you to succeed us, you must be responsible citizens. You must be hard-working youth, young men and women. We all came from very, very, very poor background, but we worked hard. If you work hard, you can be anything. So, our young men and women, I want to assure you that the next government of PDP is going to be a government for the youth and for the women. The men are few. It's going to be for the youth and for the women, because you are in majority, and we must recognize that, and we must give you the opportunity so that you can also be able to be leaders of this country. So, people of Ebonyi, we are convinced that this state is a PDP state. And as you know, I am committed to power devolution and as well as resource, rather restructuring. And I know all the southeastern states have been yearning and have been propagating for the restructuring of this country, because they want to have more powers and more resources to deal with their own local affairs. We agree entirely. And that is why it is a major policy of our government to be, if you support us and if you give us the opportunity. APC had promised the same. Did they do it? They didn't do it. They abandoned the issue of restructuring. They are a very deceitful party or alliance. Very, very deceitful. We are committed, and we mean what we say, and if you give us the support, we are going to deliver. We thank you very much for coming, and God bless you now. I want to hand over to our national chairman for a special announcement. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Mr. President, and the people of Ebonyi State, today I present of the party to the candidate of the party.
Atiku or Atiku, that will be most of what most of you will be crying off when Atiku become your president. There will be no more Buhari. You won't have to worry about Kolu, Tinubu. By the time they hold you in the jungle, you go be shout Atiku, Atiku, Atiku. You know that thing. But that would be if you are a Yoruba. Everybody just choose their own poison. Choose your poison. Read the content. See how long the pain is going to be and everything before you swallow them. Abi? Obedient will disagree with me. I know you kind of disagree with me. I could never, ever in your life, don't ever in your life put to be in the same basket with these people. I could never in your life say, about Jack Bagbara with Sile. Calm down. as it be for this whole charade and everything, if anyone says they don't have any choice and they are participating in your charade or showing interest, they are lying to you. Even me, I don't make up my own mind of who I'm going to support for 2023. Can you believe that? I'll tell you. If you see anybody that is telling you that he hasn't made up his mind or her mind about the 2023, they are lying. It's either they belong to PDP or APC. They are lying. Obedience don't hide. And the people who want and demanding for a democratic referendum like myself, I would always, if you say, oh yeah, Mayegun, go and get your voter's card. For what? For referendum. I will vote for Yoruba, a sovereign Yoruba nation through a democratic means. That's what I will vote for if I'm given a ballot. But it's currently not on the ballot. So you know what? I decided to abstain. Since my own choice is not on your ballot, a referendum to choose if I want to be part of Nigeria or not is not on the ballot, which is understandable. They don't want it. So my candidate is not on the ballot. My choice is not there. So I'm just going to be a referee and watch the rest of you who have candidates in their election. If anybody come here, they tell you, say, I never make up, is lying. Except if that person is a Biafran, I will tell you that myself don't make up my mind. Biafran, those who are Biafrans, those who are like genuine Yoruba nationalists, they will tell you, I'm not being part of that. Apart from those who are pretending. And we shout, Yoruba nation now, Yoruba nation now. But they are lying to us. They don't go collect PVC. I'm seeing some of you, but I won't mention your name. The whole thing will last in another 4 weeks. Everybody go come back here. Those mocking us, those telling us, I leave that Yoruba nation for now. Mayegun, I want you to leave that one for now. Let us talk about to rescue Nigeria. Say, you don't mix them together. You shouldn't. So the point there is that don't let anybody lie to you that they haven't. They haven't make up their mind. So staying away means that I am not in any way politically useful, electorally useful. If I try to tell you that I'm in any way useful, I'm lying to you or trying to seek your attention again for clout. So obedient will disagree with you, but don't ever, Mayegun, in your life, don't ever put Obi and these people in the same basket. Oh. I respect you a lot. Oh. I have told you, don't waste your respect on me. Okay? And I'm not putting your Obi in the same basket with them. We know them very well. And the reason why we know them very well is because of what they have done directly. That affects millions of us. Sure you get. So let's go back to Borno. This time around is not in a hall. It's not meeting just women or the youth. Like Atifku was displaying just there, telling you that APC, Egbekegbe, is not a party. It's an alliance, and the alliance has collapsed. Obi seems to be cashing in on that collapsing alliance, and somehow, in the far northeast of Borno, the headquarters, and then the headquarters of the Boko Haram, where even the man that is trying to become the vice president of Nigeria, the Boko Haram sympathizer, the shitty man, is from that place. Obi publicly addressed them today, like Atifku did in Ebonyi. But this time around, different message. This. In conclusion, no, Neil, just so you know, where is that again? Yeah, there.
Nigeria! Labour Party! Labour Party!
Thank you.
Jama'a Borno, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. They are happy.
The good news of Borno, my own is to thank all of you that are gathered here. Thank you for coming out to listen to us. We've been in Borno today. We have gone to the youth. We've spoken to the youth in their thousands. We've spoken to the women in their thousands. We're here. By the time we combine all this, we must have spoken to several thousands. But Borno today, the vice presidential candidate, Aisha, everybody has spoken to you. The party chairman, telling you what our party wants to do. All I want you to do is to hold those responsible for a new Nigeria.
For a long time, people have wasted. For a long time, people have wasted the future of the children of Nigeria. They wasted our time. We cannot continue this way. And that is what I intend is offering. We said we will secure and unite Nigeria. The enemies are no more formidable. The criminals are no more formidable. It is lack of leadership and lack of support for those people who put on the front line. That is why I told Aisha, everybody around will make sure that if a policeman or a soldier goes out to fight criminal, he will do so assuring that the state is behind him. We will not leave them alone. We will do it in the right way. We will equip them properly. We will make sure they have confidence to fight the criminal. But they're going to renew all the security architecture and make it worthwhile for our people. We will ensure that we remove Nigeria from consumption to production. We will employ our people. A state like Borno has no reason to be hungry. A state like Borno has no reason to be poor, to experience poverty. Borno is 70,900,000 square kilometers, 900,000 square kilometers of land. Borno is bigger than Belgium, Israel, and Gambia combined. That is 3 countries. They are not ready to be hungry. Borno is almost 2.5 times the size of Netherlands. And they are hungry because of leadership. We will change that because Netherlands exported agricultural goods of over $120 billion in 2021. Borno receives only about 60 billion statutory allocation. If Borno can do 10 times that, which is very possible, they will receive $12 billion. At today's rate of exchange, that is 65 billion, 6.5 trillion naira. That is 100 times what they will receive on statutory allocation. 100 times. We will not allow that to continue. We must take country no longer be possible. We must put it into production. And that must happen. I have said to people of the North, we will put the children of the North out of poverty. Our government will be celebrated in the North. Because part of the problem we have in the North is the poverty that we have imposed on our children. I will put the North out of poverty. I will educate the North. They told us that 20 million children out of school in the North. 20 million children. Those 20 million children out of the North have learned Quran. So they are intelligent. I will meet them at the point of learning Quran and teach them skill. And they will have a job. I'll make sure every Nigerian will be proud to say he's a Nigerian. Never again will people live in Borno, live in any part of Nigeria and say, I'm from the east or west, but I'm a Nigerian. I spent my Christmas in ID camp in Benue. I spent my New Year in ID camp in Abuja. And everybody I met in ID camp in Abuja said I'm from Borno. And I told them, as long as you're in ID camp, Nigeria is in ID camp. You must go home. That is when we'll have a Nigeria. Every IDP camp must be dismantled. People will go home and we'll empower them for agriculture. We will fight for you. trust us. Do not trust them any longer. They don't have what it takes. This year's election must be based on capacity and competence. Let nobody come and tell you, vote for me because I'm from the north. There's no place not that buy bread cheaper. If you have the place, show me where they buy food cheaper. Let nobody tell you to vote for religion. There's no religion that buys bread cheaper. Let nobody tell you it's my turn. It is your turn to take back your country. And that turn you must exercise. And I beg you, support us. I and Dati are committed. Dati can tell you his background. We have a character you can question. You know that he's told you now that he was born, that he went to school here. He called the primary school he went to. He called the secondary school he went to. He called the university he went to. And he has classmates. So you know his name. You know his background. And from here he went to University of London to read PhD in economics. Let others tell you where they went to. Let them tell you their background. That is what you will know. My name is Mr. Peter Obi. I'm Mr. Peter Obi. I went to school in Christ the King College. I went to University of Nigeria, Nsukka. So I'm an alumnus of University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I'm an alumnus of Oxford University. An alumnus of Cambridge University. I can go on and tell you where I went to school. Let them come and tell where they went to school. So we know. We will not come from that background and fail you. Because we have a background. We have an age. If you combine the age of both of us to know how these parties will work. If you combine the age of our national chairman, age of our vice presidential candidate, and my age, divide it into 3, we have 55 years average. Combine the other one. If you combine the other one, they're about 70. The other one, nobody knows their age. We cannot continue this way. We must tell us who they are. We know who we are. And we know what we are looking for. This is what we want to do. We want to bring a new Nigeria. This job requires physical and mental energy. We know what we are doing. I'm leaving you. If you watched TV yesterday, I was at an event, a prayer event in Dunamis, 6 a.m. this morning. I'm in Medugri. I'm leaving here down to Port Harcourt. When I reach Port Harcourt this night, I'll go to Lagos. That is what we want. We want a president that works 30 hours or 24 hours. Not those that will sit. We don't want that again. Let us go and work for our country. It's our country. We want to build a new Nigeria. That new Nigeria is a Nigeria that is as Peter will build. Hold us responsible. We have an age, we have a family. And we want to show you for our hardworking service people. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing your job.
Baba Mama Peking, Labour Party. I told you the gloves are off. As we'll be talking there. They are, and it seems to have mastered his line, and repeating them seems to be something that people are going to get to know him with or know him for. At the age of me and Dati and our chairman together divided by 3 will be average of 55. At the name of, the age of their chairman, at the age of the other one we don't even know his name, so you probably will never get the right result and all that. These are his lines. Taking a regular subtle jibes at Kolu and at Tifku. Gloves are off. My good brother, he's my brother and friend. My friend and my brother, Baba. Now you supposed to be careful, the type of emotion you are investing in all of this. Meanwhile, out there, it's not been a good one, especially for the obedient who have been adamant and been consistent that they are indeed going to take Obi to Aso Rock, and they're going to stop Kolu and they're going to stop Atifku. And this is something that is going to be unprecedented. Somebody said that, this reminds me of when somebody told him that Buhari was the last hope of Nigeria in 2015. Baba, that was 7 years ago. A lot of people don't forget, say they told you that. And you're going to offend a lot of people this time. 7 years after that. This is 2022. You know, say the woke generation and everybody today, they don't take any nonsense like that anymore. What do you mean? How dare you compare Obi and then Buhari? Show you the grace in it. I mean, look at this one. So Baba, they advise you, so calm down. This is 2023. And according to them, it is just like the sky, summer to the ground. Don't compare them. But what they do understand is that you are talking about the same energy, the same emotion, the emotional rush, the same way that the young people have made up their mind, but differently this time around, because they are not following the establishment political parties to fend off those they have decided to. What does they call them? I think they called it those you have decided to cancel. So young people in Nigeria, a lot of them have cancelled APC. They've cancelled PDP too. So they don't want you to compare Obi with any of those. I'm just saying. But you are talking about, it doesn't matter anyway, so forget it. Because immediately after he's done, or before he got to that stadium, they gave him a title. Don't worry yourself about the meaning, okay? It's just something to say, you are welcome, we accept you, Peter. We were told a lot about you, but it seems that everything they told us about you was a lie. Now you're not gonna leave this Shewu's palace without becoming a chief. He became a chief in Borno. It doesn't matter. That's how they share chieftaincy, by the way, to politicians during election. But that of Obi seems to be a different one because there are some criminals and some bigoted willies up north and down south that believe that he is an infidel. But look at the way the infidel, that your sheikh, the person that your sheikh call infidel. Look at the way he is welcome. They made him a chief. I've been a chief, I've been a sheikh. Komata. Look at that guy next to your shehu in Borno.
Dr. Peter Obi, His Excellency, Shima President, Alam Jambiari, National President, Martin Baranimin and Devote, Shenadi, National Expo Surungan Day, Shah, Vitala Islam, the government party day, who state executive day. The Shendiari Baranimin.
Like I told you, I didn't know what they were saying. Well, somebody said it was a chieftaincy tied to something, okay? Yeah. I'm going to draw my curtains here. Okay. I was going to take a few calls anyway tonight, but I've dropped, I've actually exhausted most of the time anyway. I am going to, but before I draw the curtains, I've got some flickers coming from those of you who are trying to procure your own weapon of a mass shutdown of APC and PDP. You call that your PVC. But the system, those who printed those PVC, and they know that they are indeed could be the instrument that's going to see them off that that position or seat of influence and power. So they are going to have to control how you get them. It's never going to be that easy, or you will never get them at all. Few areas where people are facing the problem, right? The deadline was supposed to be about a few days now, right? Your PVC, Abi. But they said the INEC has extended that by another week. It won't change anything since the old scarcity of everything that is scarce right now in Nigeria, right? Everything that is scarce in Nigeria right now is deliberate. It's not by accident. Don't pretend that it's an accident. It's not accident. It's deliberate. So let me take you to the streets around Lagos and then outside Lagos where people are fighting themselves to get a voter's card. It is hell.
At Okota, also the sort of local government, for the past 3 weeks now, people have been coming, checking for their PVCs. They have PVCs inside, they don't want to release this to this crowd. Look at the number of people, some have been here for the past 2 weeks. From what level? They are telling them there's no card, their cards are not found. Their cards are not found. Why they have cards inside there? All the people as they've been submitting to them, they will come out and say not found. Look at the number of people here. Some have been coming here for the past 2 weeks from the ward level. They told them that they should come is at the local government level. This is also the sort of local government secretariat where this mammoth crowd is here. crying for their PVCs. It's not, they will come to the social media, they will come to the media, they will tell them that people don't want to go and collect their PVCs. This is a crowd of people waiting to collect their PVCs and they don't want to release their PVCs again. Please, federal government should do something. INEC chairman, do something. Also, the Solo Ejibo ward of Okota, a lot of people are here. They want to collect their PVCs. They want to know why they are not giving them their PVCs. Please, urgent attention is needed on this.
I am not supposed to be laughing. It's not because it is funny, but because I know that you should also know that that is a deliberate act by those that have already infiltrated your INEC. Some of you want to perform magic, right? Forgetting the fact that INEC work with political parties, especially the major ones. And then when it is time to sort in ad hoc staff, people who help INEC during election, guess those who are those staff? Party members, mostly the ruling party in those areas. So the saboteurs are those employed to work in your election. So, it's actually about the process and something that somebody like myself, having known all about it, and know that it is all deliberate and it's never going to change. Actually feel sorry for some of you who waste your time hoping that you could change it. I want you to. I really, really do. But you will never find out why it's become so impossible to change it. Simply because it is deliberate that it must be like that. Look at another scene. I think this is also a show, Diaby.
They start distributing PVC.
Let me come outside again.
They call the names. Leave them now.
They are calling old cards. That's yes,
okay, now yes, now. On Thursday, they called thugs for us to come and beat us. They were flogging us koboko because we came for PVC. Now, wow, only in this country.
So imagine being flogged koboko. Everybody queue. All of you go this way. And everybody running. Say, we are here now. Stop beating us now. Because you won't collect a card to give power to criminals who are indeed going to end up having to traumatize and then, traumatize and brutalize your life for 4 years. I don't understand though. They say, Nigeria. See, there are so many scarcity in Nigeria right now. Let me tell you some of them. There is leadership scarcity. There is security scarcity. There is economic scarcity. There is Naira currency scarcity. There is fuel scarcity. Baba, the scarcity has become so bad that people who are suffering from all these scarcities, they have to meet up in the same place, and devise a means to say, and like this, they go. Look at them. At a queuing station in an oil-producing country called Nigeria. See, Nigerians, must you suffer? Why? Why do they have to suffer you? Just to get simple things. Simple things.
From them. Let us get them up in 2023. Support me. Follow Charade. This is the minute. Follow Naira. This is the minute. Let's go. If you follow
Now, petrol station, they are at filling station, queuing to buy petrol at 300 naira per liter. When the official price that Nigerian government is paying trillions of naira as subsidy on, the official price should have been 167 naira, been 163 naira. But these Nigerians have been buying the same fuel. They don't even get to see the fuel all the time. Now, those who want to be and those who are suffering inside the same queue, they jammed and they just turned it into what you just saw there. But I kind of prefer this. If I want to relax after being so exhausted of Nigeria trouble, like we have sat here for the past 2.5 hours, I would rather relax with something more like this.
Continue. 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Is that you?
Thank you very much. That's how I relax. Just to remind you that you should never suffer any kind of health shock just simply because you are thinking about Nigeria. These are shock absorbers to remind you, if Nigeria will enter your heart, you can't die. Baba, you die for nothing. Oh, go and listen to Fela. You die wrongfully. Gege, 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 gege. They carry your body go police station. You die wrongfully. Gege. I don't want to die wrongfully. If I want them, I'll die. Man, not die because of I they worry about Nigeria. Listen to those. They kind of can simmer you down. It's not worth it. No, when you know, right? Act right. For the sake of your own mental health, don't make things up. Trust me, it is more therapeutic, to be honest, when you're thinking or talking about Nigeria. For yourself and for those around you. That's what I do all the time. And some people will ask, how do you cope? How do you do it? I mean, I just do it. I don't take them to heart because I don't want to hurt myself twice. Nigeria already hurt us enough. All of us. It doesn't matter where you belong to, what side you belong to. Nigeria hurt us. Nigeria, through these rogues and criminals, past and present, they hurt us. But they didn't know. And since they didn't know, right, they will never feel sort of any remorse until the entire space imploded. And no thanks to them. They will do it. They will make sure that your place is imploded. And we're just waiting for it to happen. And thank you. Yeah, thank you for spending your evening with me. I wish I could take your calls, but I won't. Not tonight. So thank you very much. And then, but before you go, remember this. Leave that offering. It's just your like. Like the video, share it, subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to see you some other time. I've done my part tonight just for educational purposes, right? You may not like me. I don't want you to like me. I've told you that many times. Don't like me. It's a burden. You know what I mean? You don't want to make people who like you. You don't want to make them feel bad. I don't like that burden, especially when I have to say the truth. Things that some of you would not be so comfortable hearing or hear me say. But I will still say them anyway. So don't like me. Or respect my work. You have to respect it. You may not like it. They help you. They help you to understand the asylum, the concentration camp, the mismatched, forced together people called Nigerians. So it helps. So you need to respect that, okay? Don't like me. Don't like me. I mean, if you do like me, I like you. I appreciate you. I may disappoint you every now and then. If you like me, and you're also a politically correct person, I don't have respect for all these criminals in Nigeria. I don't. So if you're the type that is respect freak, I mean, you need to respect elders. I don't get respect for criminals, whether old or young. So I don't like to be politically correct. So don't like me. But go around and see how much of this information can actually help you to understand the people you are dealing with. Whatever you do with them is completely yours. But you actually stayed back for 2 hours listening to Mayegun, and you are yet to actually like the video or share it. I beg, Baba, will you they deceive? Like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to see you some other time, as always. So thank you so much for your time, and I'm going to see you again when I see you. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun Diary, Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook,